Welcome back to the show, everybody. This is the Shankly Sessions, the Liverpool podcast we bring you each and every day on the upper tier. If you could head out to the channel there on YouTube, smash that subscribe and bell notification button. And if you're enjoying the content, obviously hit a like on it as well. Really, really important to us in terms of YouTube. We are here to bring you absolutely brilliant news. The news that Liverpool fans have been waiting 18 months, 12 months to hear. Hashtag Salah stays. Absolutely fabulous news and great news for every single Liverpool fan on the planet. The news they have been waiting for. Want to open up the show with a quote that really puts this to bed. A great man, Bill Shankly, once said that football teams comprise of 11 players on the field. Some are more functional than others, but they also need others to play the piano. And if there was ever a man in the Liverpool side that's a piano player, Mo Salah is that man. But where do we begin with this? Um, we need to talk about this. This is what was released today. We had a tweet coming out from Rami Abbas, Mo Salah's agent, today with a smiley face, which ratcheted up the anxiety on people big time. Um, it was unbelievable. People were expecting, is there an announcement? Is he going to leave? Have they done a deal with someone? We know that last week a price tag was put on the man, 60 million euros, an absolute steal for Mo Salah. But it had been ratcheted up, and we were really concerned about that. Absolute steal for Mo Salah. But yeah, that was the real concern from the fan base and stuff like that. And later on, then Liverpool obviously responded to it with a kind of a face palm emoji as well. But then the news broke. The news broke that the man had signed his deal, a 3-year contract, 350 grand a week. What else can we say about this? Where do we begin? Where do we begin? Was this conversation had with Genie Wijnaldum? The Genie Wijnaldum turn around to him and say, listen, Mo, have a think about what you're doing here. The grass is not greener on the other side. We know Genie Wijnaldum had a move in line to Barcelona last year. That fell through and he moved to PSG, but he's been a bit part player really at PSG since he went there. Surely he regrets the move in terms of leaving Liverpool. But let's see the statement then from Mo Salah and what he had to say and what it meant to him, which we really want to hear. He says, the number 11 told Liverpool.com, I feel great and I'm excited to win trophies with the club. It's a happy day for everyone. It takes a little bit of time, I think, to renew, but now everything is done, so we just need to focus on what's next. I think you can see in the last 5 or 6 years, the team was always going upwards. Last season, we were close to winning 4, but unfortunately, in the last week of the season, we lost 2 trophies. I think we are in good position to fight for everything. We have new signings as well. We just need to keep working hard, have a good vision, be positive, and go for everything again. That really sums up the man, the positivity and stuff like that. When we talk about FSG opening up the wallet today, kicking the lid clean off the savings jar, broke the wage structure. I think this was a case that it was like it had to happen. Really, they can't keep a wage structure in place with the way football has evolved, with the money that's involved now, with the branding of these players, the broadcasting rights, the sponsorships, the kit deals, and all that kind of stuff. To be operating within a wage structure at that level would not lead you to believe that you could continue to operate as a top tier club. You were going to have to break that wage structure. And we did break that wage structure, and hats off to them. Albeit it took a bit of time to get to where we wanted to get to. But I think we had a feeling that it probably would happen, especially looking at the market at the moment, because the market at the moment wasn't conducive to a big move for Mo Salah either. A lot of clubs at the moment have either done their business or they have some financial issues or whatever it was. And it looked like he was potentially going to play for another year and see out his contract, which would have been unthinkable as well. I mean, to think that front line that 18 months ago we probably would have valued at $250 million was potentially going to leave for 35 million all in was inconceivable. And Liverpool fans in the last 10 days have gone through a tough time. We've gone through a bit of heartache in terms of Divock Origi leaving, Taki leaving, obviously Sadio and that Bayern gear, and then to follow it up with all these brilliant videos of the great times they had at the club and the great goals that they scored and all that. It's really been a tough 10 days. And with the team returning to pre-season training on Monday, we couldn't get better news than the news we got today that Mo Salah had re-signed 3 years, 350 grand a week, worth every single penny of it. When you think of Mo Salah is a top tier player. And if you were to try and replace him, if you even think you could replace him, you're going to have to pay an absolute fortune out. And you're also going to have to pay a fortune in wages. So it made sense to do the deal, pony up, and let's move on. Now, the hope is that they will turn around and maybe hopefully sign a midfielder as well. And that would be the absolute icing on the cake to get us started in the season. Can't wait for that. If you look at Mo's goal scoring record at the moment, he's at Liverpool. He's number 9 in the charts, 156 goals, 254 appearances, and 58 assists. This is the quality of this man. If you even forget about the brand Mo Salah and what he means to the Egyptian people, what he means to the Muslim community, the global reach that he has as an icon for Liverpool Football Club is worth its weight in gold anyway. And now that he's signed on for 3 years, he's 2 goals off Michael Owen, and then he's going to overtake. I clearly think he will overtake Kenny. There's no doubt about it. He will overtake Robbie, one of my all-time favourites. He'll overtake Stevie. There's no doubt about it. I reckon, if he keeps his momentum and he keeps the level at what he's playing at, he's going to come in somewhere between Gordon Hodgson and Roger Hunt, who were absolutely fabulous. And we know that the top of the tree, Ian Rush, 346 goals, 660 appearances, absolutely sublime. But that's where he sits at the moment. I think he could easily maybe maintain maybe 25 goals a season for the next 3 seasons, maybe a little bit more, who knows, so that will put him up into that higher echelon. Unless he extends again in 3 years' time, then there might be an opportunity maybe to try and hunt down Roger Hunt and maybe Ian Rush, but I can't see that happening, to be honest. That was unbelievable from those guys. But it is fabulous news today. It's unbelievable news. We weren't expecting it at all. It came out of nowhere. We need to also pay dues to this man here, Julian Ward, who was taken over from Michael Edwards, signing Darwin Núñez. Absolutely fabulous signing. But this is the man now who flew out to Mo Salah on holidays to put pen to paper. And what, can you start any better than that? Signing Mo Salah up to a 3-year deal. He must feel absolutely ecstatic at the moment, kicking off his career at Liverpool, taking over from Michael Edwards, who has made all those fabulous signings down through the years. But let us know. Morris is in there. He's in the comments from GP Productions. Go over and check out his channel. Great news for you. Morris, absolutely brilliant news. Ecstatic. And just unbelievable news for everyone associated with the club and also absolutely fantastic. Couldn't ask for any more, really. But what else can we say? It's onwards and upwards now. It's so exciting. I wonder now how will that affect formation. There was talk that he may have, we may look at playing a different formation this season and stuff like that. That may not be the case now with salary signing. We may stick to the 4-3-3. Who knows? But yeah, I'd love to see now that wallet is open with FSG, go in there and get like a Nicolo Barella or something like that. Would be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, just a short video, folks, just to bring you that news about Mo Salah. Absolutely fabulous. Absolutely delighted that he has re-signed. The stability that it brings. And obviously what he has seen the club doing over the last few months in terms of their moves in the marketplace and the plan and all that stuff. Obviously, a key thing would have been obviously Jurgen Klopp as well extending his contract there as well. Must have been. We spoke about it the other night on the Shankly sessions with Statman Stephen Stubbs. Check out his football channel as well. He's live most days and stuff like that as well. Brilliant Liverpool fan and stuff like that. We spoke about it the other night that how difficult it would be if this man left the club and stuff like that, to see him holding up the jersey of another club. If we thought Mane was bad with the Bayern one, imagine how bad it would have been if Mo had been holding up a different jersey. But we also spoke how pivotal he was to the success of the club. We know how brilliant he's been. Morris back on again. First of all, evening Niall, great signing. Absolutely, Morris. I couldn't be happier. I have been critical in the past. I have turned around and said It's going to be very difficult if we go through this season and he hadn't re-signed and we know he was going on a free. Would be really, really difficult. I also did say that I thought it would be, it could be a little bit disruptive as well, and not necessarily with him being the consummate professional, but just in terms of if he was getting a certain amount of game time and there was other players there on the bench that we have brought in that weren't getting game time and they were sitting there going, we've committed to the club and this guy hadn't and stuff like that. So it causes all those type of problems and questions. But yeah, fabulous signing. Brilliant to have him signed up. Um, do I think he will outscore Werner next year? Um, I don't know, Morris. Could be a tight one, yeah. I don't know. It depends if Werner is still in the Premier League. Chelsea making a lot of moves in the market at the moment. Who knows what they're going to do the way these signings are falling at the moment. But yeah, I would expect him to easily outdo Werner in the Premier League next season. I don't see that being a problem. Um, but yeah, that's really it. It was just going to be a quick little show just to say it's fantastic. What this signing brings. It shows that FSG now understand where football is in the market, and they understand the value of Mo Salah, both from the footballing point of view, but also from the branding and the off pitch stuff as well. How pivotal he is to Liverpool's success. It's great to have him signed up. Can't wait to see all the boys on Monday back at pre-season training. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who tuned in. I hope you Reds are all happy tonight. I'm sure you are. I'm sure our rivals are going absolutely ballistic. That now that we've done this bit of business, hats off to Julian Ward, as I said. Hats off to FSG. They've got the deal over the line. They got it sorted. They've given Klopp what he needed. Stephen probably he made the point the other night on the show as well that he thought that maybe part of the deal with Klopp re-signing was that they kind of guaranteed him that they would get the most solid deal done, and it's come to be true. 350 grand in our world, it's an awful lot of money, but what he brings to the club in terms of branding and everything else, it's not that much money really when you think about it. So we can look forward to the season now. We have our Egyptian king signed up for 3 years, and we will talk to you again real soon. Thanks for tuning in, everyone in the chat. Anyone who's dropped a subscription, really, really appreciate it. Obviously, drop a like on the video as well so we can kick this YouTube algorithm in the backside and get things going for the channel. As always, if you want to contact the show, we're on Twitter at Session Shankly, the Upper Tier Podcast at gmail.com, and you'll find us everywhere on social media: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Audios, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music. And we will back to you real soon. Cheers, Reds.